Hi, I'm Patrick Tuttle, the real estate guy with Coldwell Banker Heritage and Legacy Management Services with your real estate market report for El Paso, Santa Teresa, Sunland Park, New Mexico for January 2026. Here is our data. We're going to start off with our existing homes, and our chart says that the inventory is flat. Sales were flat too, but let's look at what the numbers say. The numbers actually tell us that sales went up 21, almost 22% year over year. Remember that January 2025 was a slow year, so even though we had an increase, we were off of a real big decrease the year before. So those numbers are kind of leveling out, so to speak, year over year. Months of inventory is up 1.29%. We're now at 3.14. Average selling price is up to $290,000 to $677,000. Our market's still increasing in price despite the fact that we've got inventory increases year over year. That's the surprising thing. That may be part of the mortgage interest rates going down. We'll talk about that in just a minute. We're at 6.11% as of last Thursday. Average size of the home went up 1.52%, 1,869 square feet. That's a nice size 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom with a big living room, maybe an open kitchen, something like that. Really nice home for 1,869 square feet. And of course, the price per square foot goes up along with that. Days on market, 61 compared to last year at 51. So it's taking a little bit longer. Buyers are taking a little bit longer to make their decisions. And that is causing some anxiety in the marketplace, but we're still not seeing those prices drop, which is kind of what you would expect. So now let's take a look at our new home report. New homes flat on inventory over here. Pending home sales went up just slightly, but the sales haven't come through yet. Sales are down 4.55% year over year. Remember, December was a big drop as well. So we've got 2 consecutive months with home sales dropping. Maybe that's due to the fact that it's taking longer now to build the house because of the ICE raids and many of the folks that were using undocumented workers out there. And now we're starting to see the prices go up as well. Inventory is down 2.29%, and the average price is up almost 9%, 8.54% year over year. That's a big increase in a market that's been pretty much stagnant. What I'm seeing at least, is that the labor costs are going up, cost of materials are going up, but our average size, so we're priced $345,107, average price size 1,897 square feet. We saw a shrink on the size for a couple of years, and now it's starting to go back up, and that's reflected in the price there as well. Price per square foot is at 180.01. That's a pretty big number for the El Paso market, and we're getting into that issue of affordability or availability, or there are other words that you could use. Attainability is one of the words that's being thrown out in the real estate industry, not about the affordability, but the attainability of a new house. And we're seeing it here because our wages are not going up at the same rate as what the houses are. Days on market, 113 compared to 114 last year. It says here that it's taking just a day less to put them out there, but I got to tell you, this is just on the ones that are being sold. The ones that haven't sold, it's taking longer to get those out there. All right, on to index returns. So the Dow Jones and the other indexes out there, we saw some negative numbers for the last month, except for the Dow Jones Industrial. They were almost at a point positive, 0.73 positive. Negative numbers over there, but when you're comparing to real estate, I still like real estate because of the fact that if I put a tenant in there, that tenant is helping me buy that property. Maybe I'm doing some cash flow issues or whatever, but it's helping me pay down the mortgage over time, and I'm enjoying the deductions and things like that. So I prefer those. The market is pretty much stagnant, negative here, just a little bit of returns there. 1 year S&P 500, 16.39% up, in 3 years over 78%. So depending on where you put your money, I still like residential real estate. Go figure. That's what I do. I sell real estate and we do property management. All right. And then on to our mortgage rates. Here is from shifting this month, and we're going to the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank. That's the bank that is in charge of looking at the mortgage interest rates. As of last Thursday, the 5th of February, the conventional 30-year mortgage was at 6.11%. That's significantly down than where our high water mark was back in October of 2023. Interest rates on average were at 7.79% then. So we are so much better today, and maybe that's where the market needs to be in order to get some of this inventory pushed out. So again, this is from the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank. Our three key takeaways this month. Number one, mortgage interest rates have remained flat since last month. We were at 6.11% last Thursday, February the 5th, and that was pretty close to what we had a month ago. So we're seeing that the economy is starting to level out a little bit. Interest rates are definitely leveling out there, and we'll see what happens with that. Homebuyer activity picked up year over year, but remember, 2025 was a very slow year compared to 2024. We had a decrease there, and then so even though we had a positive number in January of 2026, it's not that huge when you compare a 2-year average. And then number three, home prices, new home price inventory will likely to get a bit tighter because of the cost of construction and materials. We're seeing that already. One builder came through with the massive price increases yesterday. I won't tell you who that is, but if you want to give me a call, I'd be happy to visit with you about this month's report and see how it fits into your plans. So for now, that is your report for January of 2026. And if you've got questions on this, call me. 915-588-1850 is my cell number. You can also text me on that. Shoot me an email. Give me some comments here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever it is that you might be seeing this report. And I'll be happy to visit with you about that. Till next month, thanks for watching. God bless you and make it a great day. Bye-bye.